expression for bending of a beam. For discussing this expression, we have to consider the beam. Let us consider beam ABCD having the length L. AD is fixed at the one end. BC is attached to the weight. Then we observe this beam. Here AB is elongated, DC is compressed, and EF is neither elongated nor compressed, is called as neutral axis. In that next step of the derivation we can see. Here consider bending of a moment of the beam is equal to restoring couple acting on the beam. Let us consider the small portion of the beam, which is, take it, AB GF QC, which get curved when we applied the load. We divided 3 layers. One is the outer layer, another one is the inner layer, and neutral filament. Middle layer is the neutral filament respectively. Then O is the origin, R is the radius of curvature. Then the neutral filament GF having the distance between PB, that is the small r. Then neutral filament GF is equal to R into theta. Here theta is the angle subtended by GF at O. Now we can find out the outer filament with the help of GF. That is given by the length of the filament GF is equal to R into theta. Theta is the angle subtended by GF at O. Then the length of the outer filament is given by PB is equal to R plus R into theta. Then here linear strain is equal to increasing length divided by initial length. Increasing length is R plus small r into theta minus R theta divided by R theta. When rearranging or cancelling the terms, we get the R by R. That is equation number 1. Here we consider the increasing length or change in the length, so that we have to consider the Young's modulus. Young's modulus, that is denoted as Y. We define the Young's modulus, that is, it is a ratio of linear strain to its linear trace. So that linear stress divided by linear strain. Then longitudinal trace, that is equal to Y into linear strain. Y as it is, put the value of linear strain, that is Y by R. Get equation number 2. Then we know the longitudinal trace. Here trace we defined as restoring force per unit area, that is equal to F by A. That is equation number 3, where F is the force acting on the beam and A is the area of the layer AB. Then we compare or adding these two equations, we get F by A is equal to Y into small r by R. When rearranging these terms, we get F is equal to Y into A R divided by R. Then next, moment of the force about the neutral axis. When we are applying the moment of the force to the neutral axis, that is F into its distance from the neutral axis. F is the, as it is, its distance from the neutral axis. That is here in that diagram, neutral axis is the GF. The distance between the GF and PB is small r. Then that is a small r. Y is equal to value of F is Y A R divided by R. Put that value here, Y A R divided by R into R. Then we get final equation, that is Y A R square divided by R. Then this equation is indicate the only one beam. We find out this equation for the only one beam. Then we find out the momentum of the force acting for the entire beam, so that we take the summation of summation of is equal to summation is sum is equal to summation y(a)r square by r. Then y by r take common, remaining term is summation of a(r square), that is get the equation number 4. Then equation number 4, that is the momentum of inertia of a body a given axis is given by summation of m(r square). Momentum of inertia, that is denoted as I. I is equal to summation of m(r square), where summation m is the mass of the body. Similarly, summation of a(r square) is called as the geometric momentum of inertia Ig. Ig is equal to summation of a(r square), that is given as ak square, where a is the area of cross section of the beam, k is the radius gyration about the neutral axis. Therefore, momentum of the force is equal to y by r into Ig, or bending moment is equal to y by r into Ig. Then the bending moment of the beam, there are the two ways. One is a rectangular cross section, another one is the circular cross section. For these two having the different formulas. Then here first one is a bending moment of for a beam of a rectangular cross section is equal to y by r in bracket b d square divided by 12 in bracket completed. B and D are the breadth and thickness of the beam respectively. Then another one is the bending moment for a beam of a circular cross section, that is given as pi y divided by 4 r rho raised to 4. Rho raised to 4 or rho is an radius of the beam. Here we completed the expression for the bending of the beam.